It's unbelievable, that, isn't it? I've no streamed for a while this time though, so that's a good excuse for why I forgot to turn my mic on. Plug it in, turn it on. Good afternoon, Jaws 3000. Ryan for Consulvania, good to see you, mate. Love your work. Excellent content creator. Local boy Parps, Steve Zizou, good afternoon. I just put Dark Souls on so that there was something on the screen. I forgot that I'm in the painted world, which is a wee bit of a pain in the arse to get through. I mean, it's not that much of a pain in the arse, you probably can just leg it. Can you just leg it? Let's try it. Oi! How do I get that door open? That looks like death down there. What's this guy wanting? Oh! Oh, it's coming right up. Oh no! Dead. You can't just leg it. Apparently you can't. Good afternoon, Rabbit Snap, Stew Pot, Local Boy. I already said Local Boy. Try that one more time. Oh, you dirty bastard. I wasn't meant to be playing this, I was just putting it on so there was something on in the background. I was actually going to ask the day, like, what, because did anybody see the Nintendo thing last night? The Nintendo Direct? Klonoa. I quite fancy playing Klonoa on Klonoa 1 and 2 on Switch. I also quite fancy playing Earthbound on Switch. How did I get past this guy? He's not getting a fuck, him. Nah. I died before I hit the bottom though. Also, what was there? Earthbound, Klonoa, Chrono Cross. And during the Chrono Cross thing, they said they had some kind of visual novel type thing that was interesting looking, that I'd probably want to play. Triangle strategy. Saga? Strategy, innit? Triangle strategy. Is there echo in audio? Is there an audio problem? I hope no, because I won't remember how to fix that. Aye, so there was a few, mainly retro stuff that I was interested in the Direct, but it was interesting. Oh yeah, fucker. don't remember where these dicks come from. Go get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. That was unbelievable, that. That was unbelievable. He must have warned. I wasn't paying it. He must have warned on my stamina. I think that's what happened there. What? I'm thinking about Consulvania stuff this month. Because I'm starting for next week. I'm starting to get like confusingly busy. Like so busy. I'm like, I don't actually know where I'm going to find the time to do everything that I need to do, because I've got jobs hanging about, just hanging about and hovering that need to be finished. But I've also got new stuff coming in. But as always, I've also got Consulvania stuff to do as well. But I'm going to be so busy in the second half of the month that I really need to get whatever it is that I'm doing done next week, and I don't know how I'm going to do that because I don't really have enough time. But what the question is that I'm asking is, what games do you think are good this month? What games are good do you think that are out this month? That's my question. Normally I don't tell you what I'm going to cover, but I've not actually started any of the things that I'm going to cover. So what I was thinking about was Dying Light 2, because I really like Dying Light, and I've heard that Dying Light 2 is shocking, so that could be funny. Sifu, if that's how you pronounce it, Sifu. I don't have any of these games. I've not started any of these games, but these are just the games that I'm thinking about. So, Free Humanity though. Dying Light 2, Sifu, or Ollie World. Elden Ring's not until later in the month though, Stazzy, so I can't really do it. I won't have the time. I mean, you can be pretty much guaranteed that once I start to talk about Elden Ring, I won't stop talking about it. Oof. 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 I'm hardly hitting them. I'm dead. Crafting good wee games. Elden Ring's too late in the month. I'll not have time to do anything with it. So Dying Light 2, Sifu, or Ollie World. Any other suggestions? What was that thing? The Vampire Survivors? Never heard of that. Kind of reminded me a wee minute there of Oh god, Llama soft stuff. You know, Lamatron and stuff like that. Good afternoon, Tribute. Reminded me a wee bit of that. Wasn't what I was expecting. Maybe then. Maybe that one. While I'm here, I should say thanks to the remaining Ko-Fi folk keeping the faith. It's been a while since I've been on, so I think 1,000 is 1,000 thank yous enough? 1,000. We'll start at 1,000. 1,000 thank yous to Pandaroo, to Ben, to Tribumat, to Mark Gallagher. 1,000 thank yous each go to those people for the Ko-Fi support. Thanks very much. One of the things that I'm doing, like work-wise just now, is the like short documentary film thing that I'm doing for Saf's project and Postle and Cool. Let me show you this. I'll show you a picture. Wait, you see this? One of the projects that's on the go at the same time as other stuff is the community thing. It's around a primary school in Postle, Cowlairs, next to Cowlairs Park, which doesn't seem to actually be an official. It kind of sort of is an official park. It's a kind of strange area because it's all this derelict land that used to be all tenements, but all the tenements got knocked down and then they never done anything with the land, and now there's like dispute about the ownership of the land, so it's just a bit of spare land. But in the middle of the spare land is a primary school, St Teresa's. So I'm making a wee film about that, but the astonishing thing about that is that I keep filming stuff for it. I've got loads and loads of stuff that I've filmed for it, but I'm still in the position where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't actually know what this is. I'm filming stuff and I'm putting it in and I'm like sorting it out and like trimming it down, so I'm like, right, this, whenever I want to do something with this stuff will be good to go, but I don't know what it is that I'm doing. But I suppose I'll find out what it is, what I'm doing when I finally do it. So I was out a couple of days ago for most of the day filming in the primary school and filming around the area, but this is like part of there's a few bits like this. That ratio's off, fucked. The ratio's off. So this is a route. This is a route to a primary school. This. In 2022. This is Glasgow 2022. That's a route to a primary school. But I mean, it's not a real primary school because it's a primary school in North Glasgow, so fuck them. What's the point? It's just people from North Glasgow, so there's no really any point in cleaning it up or taking care of it or making it safe or anything like that, or putting lights in. There's no point in doing any of that because it's just North Glasgow, so fuck them. Do I need to buy Vampire Survivors? It's £2.09 Vampire Survivors. Good God. I've asked for all the games that I mentioned, Dying Light 2, Ollie Ollie World, Sifu. I've asked for copies of these, but obviously they're all too popular, so I've got no chance. I fancy Sifu, but I'm scared it might be too hard out with. That dog's mad. Was there any other suggestions apart from Vampire Survivors? Anybody up on Metro Exodus? That's ancient though, isn't it? Good wee games. Good afternoon, Glenster. I'm quite unusually excited about this triangle strategy game that's coming out on Switch. It's out on my birthday actually, it's out on the 4th of March. It just looks right nerdy and right spot on what I like. Also looks like it might take like 100 hours to play through it. Young team are obsessed with comparing Sifu to Dark Souls, Sekiro and so on, says Outwith. I feel as if a lot of things get compared to Dark Souls these days, especially by me. Good afternoon, Fat Papa. I think I'm also I'm going to try that for a while, that nice soothing background noise. I think I'm also quite wary of the busyness that's going to come in the next 2 or 3 weeks, because I also realise that I can't be bothered as well. I can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean by that? Like even trimming down the stuff that I've shot is a bit of a chore, because I do it for about an hour and a half and I feel like I'm ready for bed again, because I can't be bothered. I can't be asked. I'm stuck here until I get through this area. You can nearly see my scrotum. So, see on my Vita, there's a thing, I've told you this before, but there's a thing, I just borrowed it off of one of the gaming forums, so I don't actually know how it works. It came like this. But there's an app on the Vita called PKGJ. PKG, that one. PKGJ. It's no focusing. Aye, that one. And if you go into PKG, that's a list of Vita games in alphabetical order. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And if you select one of the Vita games, there's USA versions and European versions. If you select one of them, you can just download the game. And I don't know where it downloads it for, and I don't know how it works, but it works. Don't know. I don't get it. That's very convenient. It doesn't have everything on it. I miss the Vita that I had before this Vita, because the Vita that I had before this was like official, so it was my account that was on it. But I've bought a few things on my own official account that I can't access with this one. Does that include the download exclusives? Says Techie Rob. I don't know what you mean by that. Has anything actually happened? Have I missed anything? Says Amicus Riley. You mean since the start of the stream? Or since the last stream? Or since the beginning of time? I see Mario Kart 8's getting some new tracks, says Trivimat. No, some new tracks. It's getting 48 new tracks. It's getting so many new tracks that I was watching it going, you don't need this many tracks. I couldn't figure out if because I think there was waves, wasn't it? It was waves of tracks. I couldn't figure out whether, I think they were charging $25.99. I don't know if the $25.99 was just for the first wave, or that was for all 48 tracks. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with 48 new tracks? A lot of Vita games were eShop exclusives. Is it just the cart releases? Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't know, Techie Rob. You need to give me an example, I think, so I could check. I'm not sure. Something on this called Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk. Don't know what that is. And Psychedelica of the Black Butterfly. Don't know what that is either. £22.49 for 48 tracks is that's pretty good. But you're never going to play all the tracks. I'm sure there are EDF. I've seen the EDF in this list. It's got EDF2 Invaders from Planet Space, and it's got EDF 2017 Portable. And Facebook, if you want to install and ruin your life by playing Facebook. Is the Vita any good? I would say that the Vita is... You could make an argument for the Vita being the best handheld console in existence. A big argument against the Vita being the best handheld in existence, obviously, though, is that thing, this thing. I'm not going to be joining a queue, like buying into any hype to get a Steam Deck out with. But I might get one at some point. I'll probably get one at some point in the future once it's been hacked and I can play everything for free on it. I'm looking in Vita Shell, but I can't figure out what I'm looking at. What does Vita Shell do again? It's just a load of menus, I can't figure it out. Good afternoon, Papa Fromage. Transfer files on the Vita without hacking it. I see. It's also got Adrenaline installed on it, which looks as if it's a PS3 emulator. When you go into Adrenaline, it's like you're navigating through a PS3. It's a PSP emulator, I see. It's good anyway. A hacked Vita is good. Even a non-hacked Vita is pretty good. How's the job situation? Asked Papa Fromage. I'm doing a few different things at once. I haven't heard anything back for the Hard American thing. It was a wee bit of a faux pas with that Hard American thing, because I think it might have been the last time I was streaming that somebody was asking me about I applied for a job on a campsite in Hard American, which is up north, basically in Scotland. But I was asked about it on the stream the last time I streamed. The school filming is ongoing, Amicus Riley. There's a good few days of here's the thing. I'll come back to that. The job in Hard American. He's been asking me about it on stream the last time I streamed, and then I was telling Saf about it after the stream. The last time I was streaming, that we were talking about it on stream, and then realised that I'd actually forgotten to say to Saf that I had applied for the job. So that was a wee bit of a faux pas. A wee bit of a relationship faux pas. But I haven't heard anything back for them. I kind of don't expect to hear anything back for them, to be honest. The school filming's ongoing. Initially, see what you think of this, because initially, like, the budget for this thing, for this film, if that's what we want to call it, video, I prefer to call it a video because it sounds less professional. The budget for this video was basically 4 days of pay, four full days of pay was the budget, but that is like that's just gone out the window basically because there's not enough time to film everything, and I've not even started editing it really. I've been trimming it down so that it's like easily accessible footage. I've probably spent about 2 days already just trimming footage down. So that's 2 days of editing, and I've been in filming 4 or 5 times. So that's out of the window. But I've never done anything like this before. It's like a funded project. It's like funded by Glasgow Life. But I've never done anything like that before. Never done anything like this before. And Saf was saying to me, because it's her project, it's like she applied for the funding and everything. She was like saying to me at one point that there's more, like she'd gone out of the budget. I can't believe the amount of work that's involved in doing these projects, but anyway, that's another issue. She said she'd gone through the budget and there was more money available for the production of this film, but my reaction was just, I don't want any more money for this. One, because I can't guarantee that what I'm going to do is any good, and two, because it just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? It just doesn't feel right that you can give a minute. I mean, it doesn't feel right that it's like your partner, you know what I mean? Like you're giving public money, funding to your partner, who you more or less live with, to make something. So it just doesn't. I don't think it looks right, and it doesn't feel right. So I was like, I don't want any more money. I can't take any more. I can't do it. What do you think of that? There's more than enough other places for the money to go, and that's where the money is going to go, in one of the other places, because it's quite a big involved project with lots of other people involved. If I finish this, if by the end of March I've finished this video and it's alright, then next time maybe I'll charge properly. But I'll be getting some money. That's all I need. I just need some. Ryan is the rich man's poor man. What if next time they assume you don't need much money? I wouldn't do it then next time, I don't think, Rabbit Snap. Next time I'll know what it involves. Also the COVID stuff as well though, has it, cause like, oh my god. Lost my train of thought though. Completely lost my train of thought. Have I enjoyed the project? Aye, I have. Papa from Ash, I have. It's getting into COVID. That's what I was saying. Like, I mean, I don't think 4 days would ever have been a big enough budget to do the thing anyway. But if it hadn't been for COVID, like you would go in for like a day of filming, and you could maybe get like 3 or 4 things done at once. But because of COVID protocols, like all the classes are split. All the classes are. They don't let them mix with each other. The classes, so you need something that could have taken 1 day to film. Now it takes like 3 or 4 trips into the school to film. So that doesn't help either. There's also an amazing situation with this school in Possil, where the primary school will say it isn't safe for the children to be out in this area that's surrounding the primary school, but it's literally the fucking area that the kids walk through to get into school. But once they're in school, the school goes, it isn't safe for them out there. It's amazing. It makes you want to drive a tank into Glasgow City Council and just start shooting. Sorry. There is community apps that there is members of the community that are trying to do stuff Rabbit Snap. They are included in the wee film. If it is going to be that wee, it might end up being about an hour and a half long. But there are some people out there who are trying their best to make things better and make a difference. But dealing with Glasgow City Council is blood boiling sometimes. It almost feels like, to me, it feels like I like to have like a big picture view of these types of things, and it feels to me like nothing's real, because you've seen the same things happen through it. I have anyway seen the same things happen over the years and decades and longer probably in Glasgow, where it's like they don't understand what a community is, and because they can't put a pound sign value on a community, they have no comprehension of what it is or why it's important. All they see is like land value, houses value, that type of thing. And until there's like a cultural change within Glasgow City Council, until there's like a prolonged exposure to new ideas and new ways of thinking, until there's like a culture of getting involved with Glasgow City Council because you actually want to make a difference to the people of Glasgow, then we're just going to keep seeing the same things happening and again, which is like areas being demolished and then new ones being new, insufficient, no fit for purpose ones being put in their place. Just that over and over and over again. Knock it down, build some new shite. Knock that down, build some new shite. Just and again. But I'm just a bit stressed, Amicus Rail. I'm just a bit stressed. I think more than anything it's Consulvania that's stressing me out, because I'm back at that. We're on to the 10th of the month. It's the 10th of February and I'm back in the position of going, right, what now? What do I do now? I've maybe got a week to figure out what I'm doing. Whatever it is. I think I could do with a break, to be honest. I could do with maybe a 6 to 10 month break for Consulvania. Is it a new demo? I looked for that demo last night, Amicus Riley, but I couldn't see it. Is it a differently labelled demo? Because I've got the launch demo on my Switch. Let me just quickly look, because I'm into that. I'm definitely going to play it anyway. And the save for the first 3 chapters in the Triangle Strategy demo is transferable to the game when it comes out. So I'm definitely going to play the game anyway. So I might as well get that demo. You might as well get it as well if you're thinking that you're going to play Triangle Strategy. Triangle. Free demo. You dancer. 50 quid. 50 quid. Oh wait, do I need to pre-order? Oh no, download demo. The demo will now be downloaded. I'll maybe hang on. I was just about to say that, Good Wee Games. We'll see how much 3 chapters is actually, how much content 3 chapters of Triangle Strategy actually is, and I might talk about that again. You never know. Inscription. I've never heard it. Inscription.
Hey there, card gamers. I'm
It's really interesting looking anyway, isn't it? It's quite interesting and unique looking. Do you know, think?
Wow, great video.
Possibly. I'm just trying to remember whether I remember how to make that demo more, but it was ages ago. It's surprisingly difficult to get a good website that does text to speech. I won't get 5 days out at Elden Ring at Amicus Riley because the last couple of weeks of this month and into March as well, I'm flat out. With work, I'm flat out. There's no breathing space. There's going to have to be a bit of breathing space next week because there's another job that I need to finish while I'm doing another job, but also I need to, as I say, I need to fit in Consulvania stuff somewhere. So there has to be next week, but after next week there's no breathing space. I've got no time. I've got no time. Which is probably preferable anyway, because I don't want to have to be rushing through Elden Ring. I want to be able to play it at my own pace. I'll not need 5 days to finish Elden Ring, I wouldn't have thought. I could probably do it in about an hour and a half. First playthrough in about an hour and a half. NG plus maybe 45 minutes, 50 minutes. I installed Adobe Premiere on my laptop that I bought a few weeks ago. And I think the laptop it's got an SSD in it and it's got a semi-decent graphics card in it. But it's only got 4 gig of RAM in it. And I loaded up Premiere on the laptop and it has highlighted to me that I need to get a new desktop computer, because even 4 gig of RAM on a laptop is running Premiere like that, and my desktop computer isn't like that at all. My desktop computer's like, I think it's nearly 6 or 7 year old. There's 32 gig of RAM in my desktop computer, but it's just everything's old. So I think it's just everything needs upgraded. I'd managed to forget what it was like to have Premiere running like well. I'd just gotten used to like windows loading in individually. It's stuttering a bit when you try and stop playback. The laptop is upgradable, Papa Fromage, that's why I bought it. So I'm going to upgrade the RAM, and I'm going to stick a bigger SSD in it as well. A second bigger SSD in it as well. That's my cum face, Stupot. Well, you know that anyway. We had a coffee together. Oh, it's a fucking Lemmy face. Brenfu's ruined it for everybody. Right, that's the end of the stream. Um, 64GB and a laptop, Papa Fromage. That's going to be expensive, I would imagine. 64 gig of laptop RAM. I don't need 64 gig anyway. Even with, as I'm saying, even with 4 gig, it's impressive. So I'm probably going to stick 32 in it. Couple of £100. Probably worth it. How fast can it go though? I suppose I could just, I don't know. I suppose I could just get loads of RAM in my laptop and just work on my laptop, couldn't I? Hello Hex Adventure, good afternoon. Thanks for the... That's a... That's a real sub. You've just thrown away a real sub. Hex Adventure, thank you very much. 21 months. Did you resubscribe for 21 months and then type the message 21 months? It'll be, Papa from House says it'll be okay for a bit till the price of desktops becomes sensible. I wouldn't hold out any hope that that's going to happen anytime soon, to be honest. It's automatic. Good. Good, I thought it was a bit weird that you typed 21 months. If if I had to actually do anything, you wouldn't get a bean. Fair dues. You clicked the button. It's more than I deserve. 2026 is the new timescale of chip normality. What, for what reason? What changes in 2026? Is cryptocurrency still on the up? I've noticed that Crypto.com are sponsors of UFC, so it feels as if like cryptocurrency and crypto mining is becoming more and more mainstream. Does that not mean that it's going to continue to be popular and grow, and at the same time fuck the planet while costing us all a fortune? It's not just crypto, it's materials too. I'm gonna have to go soon. I think I might just go and play some games, to be honest. There is work type, editing type stuff that I could be doing, but I just cannot be bothered. Let's have another pop. Speedrunners just go through areas like they're nothing, so I should be able I should be able to skip past. Thanks for the Prime resub, 14 months, Glenster118. I just can't be bothered, he says. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. What's this? What's this? I don't remember what this is. Thanks for the Prime resub, 17 months, Gusto CMF. He says, Prime! What? Oh, you bastard, you. Get Windjammers 2, it's Rab approved, says Rabbit Snap. I've got Windjammers 2, Rabbit Snap, but what I don't have is PlayStation Plus. I had a very brief shot of Windjammers 2, I was shite at it, and I don't have PlayStation Plus at the moment, so I couldn't play it online. But I've got it. They actually sent me a code for Windjammers 2. But I'll need to get a cheap PlayStation Plus again. It seemed quite tricky for the go that I had. Lord Soul. Wait a minute. I can't fall down anywhere here now. Oh Christ. Oh no! Windjammers 2 is on Game Pass, is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Wind. It fucking is. Is that Morrowind any good? I've heard Morrowind's pretty... it's alright. Support says it is abysmal. I think you might be wrong. I think you might be absolutely wrong. I think you might be absolutely fucking wrong. What's contrast? I've never heard of that before.
Daddy ever coming back?
I don't know, honey. Maybe someday when he's ready. But don't you worry. Mommy always comes back.
I think sometimes she doesn't tell the truth. Come on, we're gonna be late for the show.
I want to come home again.
No, Johnny. Not again. You're a carousel
Looks
of
rubbish. Train Sim World. But that's just a driving game though, isn't it? I've never really been into just the driving ones. Had to go into Glasgow yesterday to drop off because all the filming I'm doing is only made possible by the kindness of Richard Morgan, who most of you are aware of. GameWanks, Richard Morgan. I had to drop his camera off though because he needed it back for a job yesterday, so I had to get the train into Glasgow. It's basically like 50-50 now who's wearing a mask on the train. I don't get it. There's signs everywhere and there's announcements, get a mask on, but it's like 50-50. I don't understand. But then I've never really got a handle on this situation at all. Pandemic situation that I'm talking about. Is it still a pandemic? Is it done? It's done in England. Good. Or is it more likely that it's done until it isn't done again and then they realise they need to do something about it again? Is that more likely the case? I don't know what I'm talking about. What's the science? Is the science that it could mutate again and become like another species killer? Or is it petering out? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I've definitely... I'm in so little doubt that I've had COVID as well. I'm like almost certain that I've had it, but I've taken so many lateral flow tests. I've never had a positive result, but I'm convinced I've had it because I felt absolutely shite. Amicus Riley says it's supposed to be petering out, but tons of folk are still dying in large numbers. What type of folk though? Is it poor folk? Is it fat folk or poor folk? Because unvaxxed folk and fat poor folk. High numbers of over 70s in critical condition mainly here. Well, I mean, like I was saying earlier, with like how the council thinks about like redevelopment. The council only sees things with pound signs. That's all they understand. What's the pound value of things, and a similar way, probably. Lord Johnston, is that the Prime Minister's name? Sir Lord Boris Johnson probably just realises that the pound amount of the people that are dying is kind of insignificant, so it's fine. Sir Lord King Boris. Is there any music in this game? Saw a sign, Tribumat says, saw a sign, quieten down please. That's too... I like the PC Engine type aesthetic to this game. Tribumat says, saw a sign in a window today which was ranting about the plandemic. I love that stuff. I love that stuff. I love how people's brains are broke nowadays. You just have to laugh at it now. How everybody's after fucking nut. Arcade, please. Better believe it. I don't know how to play this.
Round one. Three points. Three points.
Ah, you piggy. I don't think I'm playing this right, but I'm still winning. Huh? What? Huh?
Miss, 2 points.
Any idea what I'm doing? Oh! he stole it. He's a thief. He's a thief. He's a thief.
Get ready.
I'm gonna have to go because I've been on for like an hour and 20 minutes. It's ridiculous. Rubbish Ryan Windjammer says at Amicus Riley. I'm not coming back onto this stream. The way I'm treated on mainstream is unacceptable. It was a draw. I didn't lose that game. It was a draw. I quit. Well, it was one set each. 5 games and snap the switch in half. That's the way. So I'll just pop off then, I suppose, and I'm sure loads of stuff's happened, but it's just the usual where can't really remember. Can't really remember the edited highlights of what's happened. I've been busy. That's the overall thing that's been happening. I've been quite busy. What have you been up to? Anything exciting? So much dust and cat hair. Amicus Riley says no, full stop. Trubby Matt says just work. Papa Fromage is failing at finding another job. I've been doing the care stuff a few times with the boy with autism. Done that a few times, but I've not got any dates to do it again at the moment because other work has been so busy. But it's been going pretty well. It's unusual. I think I was talking about this before on the stream. It's unusual for me to have like these different things going on at the same time. Like every day is a completely different thing. That's less the case now because I'm just like in front of the computer doing stuff. Does he tolerate you? For the most part, Amicus Riley does, but when I was leaving the last time I was there, his ma was asking me about the games content that I made, so she actually was, as I was leaving, she was looking at Consolvania on YouTube, and she was going to forward the link to the boy, so I'll probably just never see them again. He'll look at the content and he'll go, like, I tried to warn them and go, like, there's, like, swearing and inappropriate stuff, and she's like, nah, it doesn't matter. But I'm more concerned that he's going to watch reviews and go, their reviews are shite. That's what I'm more concerned about, that he's going to be, like, he's not going to be very impressed with, like, the style of the stuff that we do. That's what I'm more concerned about. Aye, but I know they're no shite, and you know they're no shite, Papa Fromage, but to a 13-year-old boy who just wants bleeps and bloops in his face, he wants a score out of 10 and bleeps and bloops and stuff. We don't really do that, do we? Aye, exactly, Brenfrew. Exactly. I picture people watching Consolvania reviews, and one, I mean, he's Scottish, so he'll be able to follow what we're saying, but if people manage to follow the things that are said in the review, I imagine just like people with puzzled faces going, it's not really, why is he not talking about like the graphics? and then the sound, and then the controls, and then giving it a score. What is this? This is just a guy talking for 5 minutes. Right, I'm going to pop off again. I'm almost certainly not going to have time tomorrow to stream because I'm meeting up with a guy that I went to school with called, it's not really important, but a guy I went to school with called Rab Florence, and another pal that I met a few years ago called Jerry McLaughlin. So we're meeting up tomorrow to do stuff, so I'm probably not going to have time to do a stream. And to be honest, I might not have time next week to stream either, because I've got to be really busy. Although, technically I do have to play games, so maybe if I decide upon the games that I'm going to play, I could maybe pop onto the stream and play the game. But I would have to play the game. Get Jerry back on the street. He's getting no time, Papa Fromage. He's getting. You see this date? This, like, Friday the 11th of February has been in my diary for, like, a month. Because Jerry has to let you know, oh, I've got a few hours in 4 weeks that we could meet up. That's how busy he is. He's just not got the time to do it. Right, I'm going to go away and probably buy a game and then play it. Oh no, I don't need to buy a game because I can play Triangle Strategy. Right. Oh. Inscription that we were looking at there is made by the people that made Pony Island. I played Pony Island, I thought it was good. Would you like to see Bobby before I go? I know the answer's aye, so I'll show you anyway. Bobby. Bobo. Bobby. He's done. He's done. Bobby. Oh, nearly. Hiya. Hiya, hiya. Right. Kira's not in the room. I don't know where Kira is. Right, thanks again for showing up. Sorry the streams remain a bit erratic. As you know from experience, it's quite unusual for me to be as busy as I've been the last wee while. But the good news is, after March, after like mid to late March, I've got nothing. There's just nothing happening. So I'll be back full time at some point. I might find wee windows stream time next week to play games that I'm going to talk about. But we'll see. Right, take it easy everybody. Exercise and meditate. Farewell. Take care. Bye.